Hey everybody, and welcome to my FS25 pig guide. Today I'll be teaching you everything you need to know to successfully raise pigs in Farming Simulator 25. We'll be taking a look at 5 key concepts. I will put timestamps down below so you could reach the chapter that you are looking for. We'll be taking a look at what to do with pigs, why do we want pigs, and how do we make money with them. We'll be checking out the pig housing, so the pastures versus the barns, what is the difference between all the buildings. I'll teach you how to buy and sell the pigs. And then for the big one, we'll be taking a look at food, and I'll show you why it's definitely not as complex as people make it out to be. And finally, we'll take a look at pig reproduction. So let's jump straight into it. All right, so what do we do with pigs? The cows produce milk, the goats produce milk, the sheep produce wool. What do pigs produce? Well, they produce bacon. Honestly, all you can do with pigs is sell them. You're going to let them reproduce and sell them for money. Now, along the way, they will produce some slurry and possibly manure as well. Those are little bonuses that you could use to help you fertilize your fields. So you will be saving money on fertilizer along the way, but their main purpose is to be sold for cash. Okay, so let's talk about pigsties. There are 5 base game options to house your pigs. The main difference between them is the amount of pigs that they each hold. Now, it's worth mentioning that when you place them down, you will get the option of customizing the pen and making the capacity larger. You get that option with all the buildings except for this little one in the middle. This is an inside-only pigsty, and so it cannot be made larger. So let's take a look at the first option, the cheapest one at $20,000. This is the only one that doesn't collect slurry and that doesn't allow you to get manure. It is only for raising the pigs, and additionally, you're going to need to provide water to it. All the buildings, they have an internal water supply, but this one does not. You're going to need to bring your own water tanker and refill it periodically. Next up, we have the inside-only pigsty. It's worth $67,000, and it holds 50 pigs. It has the triggers up the front, and on the side, you have the slurry pickup. Now, every day, your pigs are going to produce some slurry, and this is where you go to pick it up. If you would like to collect manure, you could do that as well. Now, there are 2 additional criteria for manure. The first one is straw. The pigs need straw bedding. You could input that at the food trigger, either loose straw or baled straw. It doesn't matter. However, with this particular building, this is the only one that for some reason doesn't accept the baled straw. It has to be loose. But all the other buildings, to my knowledge, it could be loose or baled. It doesn't matter. So that's the first thing you need for manure. And secondly, there is no manure collection trigger as there is for the slurry. So you have to build that separately. So you jump into your construction menu, and under silos or silo extensions, you have both options. You will find the manure heap extension. I prefer the one in silo extensions for the simple fact that when you try and place it, if it is too far away from your pigsty, you're going to get the pop-up that says a manure heap needs to be placed next to the barn. So you pop that down. If you were to go with the version that you find in the regular silos, as you get further away, you will not get the pop-up. You will be able to place it, but it won't function properly. It will not collect the manure. So for that reason, go for the one in silo extensions. It's just, it makes your life easier. Now, once the pigs are healthy, they have enough straw, and you've placed a manure heap nearby, you will be collecting manure every day on top of the slurry that you're already collecting. So this is a great option if you want some more fertilizer. Now let's go ahead and remove this because it is in the way. And let's take a look at this building around back. Now this one is interesting because it has all the same triggers. So you have both triggers at the front. You have the slurry collection on the side. But additionally, there's a 4-door shed connected to the pigsty, so you could store some machinery here if you want. Next up, we have the 2 biggest options. These are a bit more serious. They're the same model. One is just longer than the other one. Now, the smaller one on the left holds 109 pigs. And the other one in the back is a 275 capacity building. Now, they both have their triggers. On the left, you have the food and straw trigger, as well as the animal trigger. And on the other side, on the right side of it, you've got the slurry pickup point. And the other one is exactly the same. Now, I made a little spreadsheet that I'm going to put up on screen for you guys. It quickly lists all the differences between the buildings, so feel free to screenshot that and reference it for future use. So you've built your building, you're ready to get the pigs, you have enough money. How do you buy the pigs? How do you get them to your farm? Well, you're going to walk up to your barn here. There's two ways. You could do it from your barn directly here, from this paw print trigger. You open this up, and from here, you can order your pigs. Now, the game models 3 different breeds of pigs. They are all the same in terms of function and yield and all that. The only differences are cosmetic, so just pick whichever ones you think are the cutest. And you have 2 options per breed. You could buy them as newborns, so 0 months old, for $200, or you could buy them a little bit older at 3 months old, and they're more expensive at $525. So you make your choice. Select the amount of animals that you want down here on the right. There will be a delivery fee because you are getting them delivered to your farm. If you want to avoid that fee, what you must do is bring your own animal trailer down to the animal dealership and buy it from there. You will find the exact same paw print icon at the animal dealership. Just back your trailer up into the zone in front of the icon and buy the pigs from there. Since you're bringing them with your own trailer, you will avoid the delivery fee. Now, once your pigs have grown up a bit and you're ready to sell them and make some money, you do the exact same thing but in reverse. So you either back up your trailer here, load them up, and go sell them at the animal dealership, or you could just sell them directly from the icon. Make sure to click on the selling bit. Click on the animals that you want to sell. They will all be listed on the left here, and you can sell the amount that you want. Now, that is all well and good, but what most of you came here for is the food aspect. What do we feed the pigs, and why does it seem so complicated? So let's jump into their menu here. And if we have a look at the food category, basically, pigs eat a bunch of mixed foods. Half of their diet, so 50% of their diet, is going to be base food. That is corn or sorghum. 25% of their diet is going to be grain. So we have wheat, barley, and canola. They then have some protein, so sunflowers and soybeans. And finally, they have a little bit of potatoes and sugar beets. And so you want to make sure that their food trough is filled with one food item from all of these different categories. And what makes it a little bit more complicated is that the pigs are going to deplete those foods at varying rates. So obviously the base food, which accounts for 50% of their diet, is going to go down way faster than whatever root crop you give them. And you have to be careful when you fill their food trough because the capacity is limited, right? So if you fill it completely with corn, you won't have any more room for the other categories. Now, if you want the easy way to do it, instead of doing it like this, you could head on over to the shop and buy yourself some pig food. The pig food is already pre-packaged and pre-portioned, so all you have to do is grab your bag of food. I have super strength on. You will have to lift this with a big bale lifter or a pallet fork. Bring it close to the food trigger, and it will automatically fill up. And the nice thing about that is it will fill all the categories in the right amount, and they will always reach 0 at the same time. So you could basically just fill up the food trough completely with pig food, and you don't even have to worry about it. It's way simpler. Yes, the food costs $1,000 per bag. Even with that, you're gonna make a profit off of the pigs, and it is just so much simpler So my recommendation, for sure, just go for the pig food and make your life a whole lot easier. And finally, reproduction. Now, the pigs, if we have a look in the menu here, pigs become sexually mature at 6 months old, and they have a gestation period of 4 months. So that means your little piglet that was just born will reproduce once it reaches the 10-month mark. Every pig reproduces at a 1-to-1 ratio, so the amount of pigs will double. And after that 10-month mark and its first offspring, it will have another baby every 4 months after that. So that could compound pretty quickly, and that's why pigs are such a good moneymaker. And that's it. That's all there is to know about pigs. They're really not that complex once you get into it. And if you go the pig food route, they're actually really, really easy. Let me know down in the comments if you have any more questions, anything I haven't covered. It will be my pleasure to answer it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.